morning, everybody. Duval Gardner here on a sunny but bit chilly northern Florida. Wanted to show you guys some of the fruit trees that I recently purchased and the growth of some of them that I have had in the past. A few are a couple of years old, like the oranges, and I got a grapefruit tree that's doing well. So I just wanted to show you guys a quick update on what I have and some stories about a loquat tree that I might need your help or assistance on. So I'm going to show you what I got now. So I recently just purchased a couple of these fruit trees, and I go through them one by one, except these two plumerias here I got from Hawaii. I just got them out here for the sun. So here's the newest loquat tree that I got. I forgot the variety. I believe it starts with an N. I can't pronounce it right now. I don't want to say the wrong word. But this is the newest one I got from Ace Hardware. They was on sale for about $30, so I went and grabbed one. And I'm going to tell you why I grabbed another one near the end of the video. So this one I put in this container down here with some bark. Hopefully it'll do well. Okay, we're going to move on over. Recently got this one from Home Depot. This is a Ponderosa lemon tree right here. Quick story on how I got familiar with the Ponderosa trees. My sister-in-law a few years ago gave me a root with one leaf on it, and so I planted it in a container, and as it grew I noticed these huge lemons were coming on it. So I asked on Facebook what type of variety this was, and someone said, oh, that's a Ponderosa lemon, very large lemon. And we had a frost. Believe it or not, Florida had a cold frost a couple years ago, and it basically killed the plant. I was still learning. I didn't put a cover on it. It was in the ground. It was a mature tree, but it died. That frost killed it. So I always wanted to get another one. And so I went out and went to Home Depot and grabbed this one right here. Right now, this one's in a container. And I'm keeping them in containers at least till the spring, because it's November now and the ground is kind of cold. Even though we live in Florida, it still gets cold in the morning, and summertime is very hot. So I'm just going to keep the fruit trees in a container right now until the spring. Okay, the next one is, this is a kumquat tree that I got. This one I got from Ace Hardware also, and you can see this one's already got fruits on it. I believe, let me see what the type it is. You guys can see this. Oops, the camera. There's a lot of fruits in my way. Mewa. So someone told me that this one is a very sweet one. They said to go ahead and get the Mewa, and I saw this in Ace Hardware, and I had to get it. So I'm very happy to get one of these. I had one in the past, but I think when we moved, me and my wife, I just kept it in the yard for the new owners, because I didn't want to dig up all those fruit trees again that I had in the old house, and they were already big and everything. So it's kind of like a plus for the new owners that moved in. This right here, this is a key lime that I had purchased. I never had a lime tree, so I wanted to start growing these. We like to have parties back here in the backyard with the pool in the summertime. So I thought, you know, it'd be nice to have some fresh limes, you know, for drinks and things like that, margaritas, etc. So I'll put this one in a container as well. This won't go into the ground until the spring, or when it's a little bit larger. Another lime tree here. This is the Persian lime that I have. It's a little bit bigger than the key lime variety. And so I wanted to have at least 2 lime trees, so I have multiple limes growing on that for the summer coming up. So I got 2 lime trees here. Okay, coming over here, this is a tangerine tree, and I thought this one was going to die when we had that frost, but luckily it survived. I had pruned it back, and it started growing all this new growth right here for a while. So I know this one is still good. If it's growing new growth, then the tree is doing fine. So I have to learn to take better care of these by putting covers on them. And someone mentioned put Christmas lights around it if it got too cold. But in Florida, I think the coldest it's been since I lived here was maybe 35, and that was it. Rest of the degrees has been like 40 to 50 up in that area at night in the fall time, in the fall seasons. So this is a tangerine. I'm not sure the variety of this one. I'm hoping it's a Satsuma, but we'll see, you know, once it starts fruiting. Over here, I have a Meyer lemon tree. This one, I just took off 4 lemons from here. So this one this year only gave 4 lemons, and I think this one is coming up on 2 years this summer. Next summer, it's going to be 2 years for this one. So I keep this one in a big container right here. And I'm probably just going to keep this one in here because I have another Meyer lemon tree right here. This one is in the ground. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about this one. This one, when I talked about that frost, killed the plant. And I thought this tree was dead and I was going to just have to dig it up. However, I said, you know, just let nature take its course. If the tree doesn't produce any leaves or anything in the next few months, just go ahead and dig it up, because a lot of the branches were dead. It was old. I just thought the whole tree was dead. Then one day I came out here and I saw 3 little branches starting to grow. So that told me that this tree was still surviving and still going to make it. And so I didn't touch it. And luckily I didn't do that. Didn't touch it, and it's starting to push up all these new leaves right here. So if you're ever wondering if your tree is dead or anything, just give it some time, because if you see branches and leaves growing, the tree is still thriving. It's still trying to produce and grow. So don't be too hasty on just digging them up and taking them out. So we're going to move over to the next area where I'll show you my orange trees. All right, so this is the Valencia orange tree. This tree is about 3 going on 4 years. When we first moved into this house, I planted this one right here. And over the years, it's given us a lot of oranges, nice juicy oranges. However, this year, the oranges are a little bit small compared to last year. Last year, they were very big. And this year they are small, and I've been trying to research on what I did wrong or didn't do. And like I said, it's a process of me learning. Hopefully, you know, people can offer tips and suggestions, because, you know, these oranges this year is very small. And as you can see, these are really small compared to last year. So one of my friends told me, he said, basically just let this tree grow, let this fruit ripen, and when you take them off, go ahead and prune it for the springtime. And gave me some tips on fertilizing, but it's still producing oranges. They're just a little small this year. So as you can see here, this one's starting to turn a little yellow. Usually in December, this is when I'm usually harvesting this tree with oranges. So this is the Valencia orange tree that I have growing right now. It's almost 4 years old. So over here, you can see that this tree is doing bad. And it was mainly probably, you know, me not just taking care of it, and should have taken care of it a little bit better. But I also noticed that there was a lot of ants down here. And when I dug this area up, you know, to see what the problem was, I found there was a lot of these ants in the ground, in the roots, and they were basically eating the wood. And so I put some stuff down, and they're all gone. And this tree right here, it's still growing leaves. This is all new growth right here. And this is all new growth here. So I'm probably going to cut some of this back in the springtime, because some of it, or maybe sooner, because some of it looks pretty dead. And hopefully we can get it growing like that Meyer lemon over there. So here is the Loquat tree that I believe might be dead. And as you can see down here, see, this bark is coming off. I'm not sure what's really going on. But this tree started losing its leaves, I want to say in August. And some say it was maybe I didn't water it enough, or I didn't do enough, like maybe fertilizer. But I just noticed this tree just started, losing leaves like in August in the high summertime, and I just didn't understand why. So I'm trying to wait to see come spring if this tree is going to rebound. So right now I'm just going to keep it in the ground because I don't want to take it up if it's just dormant. So we'll see. But if it does turn out to be dead or doesn't revive, that's why I got that other one over there. I'm going to replant it right here to see how it goes, and maybe I can take a little bit more care of it and get some more advice and tips on taking care of a loquat tree. Over here we have a donut Saturn peach tree. I got this tree, my father, he liked peach trees, and so I planted this for my dad because I just lost my father on the 11th of October. He passed a few days after his 69th birthday, so I planted this for him. And so I got the flag and his name down there. I'm a junior, he's a senior. So I am hoping that this tree can bloom. I saw that YouTube video from another YouTuber. His was just nice, and it had these nice blooms on it. So I knew that was the type of tree that I wanted to get. And you see this little bug right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, right there. So this is the Saturn donut peach tree that I planted and got growing back here. I'm not sure how big I'll let this get, but I'm gonna let it grow and let nature take its course. The last tree I want to show you guys is my ruby red grapefruit tree that I have planted in the front yard, and we'll go see that right now. So coming out to the front yard, this is my ruby red grapefruit tree. It's going on 2 years. I planted this one last year. It gave me about 4 to 5 ruby red grapefruits. They were pretty small, mainly I think because it was just a new tree. It still is growing. But this year, however, gave me a little bit bigger ones right here. They are starting to ripen now as we speak. Like here's a smaller one right here. So I had about 4 to 5 of these last year around this size. And so this year, got a little bit bigger. I've been learning to take care of citrus a little bit better since then. As you can see here, got some nice sized ones right here. So like I said, this tree is about 2 years old, and I'm not sure why I put this one in the front yard. Mainly, I guess, it's just something different because usually all my fruit trees are in the backyard. So I might just keep this one here. And here's something else that I did wrong. Right here, this was the weed eater that I got too close to the tree. And so that's why I put this barricade around it, so I wouldn't make that mistake again. So the tree is already starting to heal. So I'm not sure, if there's anything else I can do to speed up that healing process, but just let nature take its course, I guess. And these lizards like to sit on the tree, but that's okay though. So guys, so that's everything I have growing in my garden right now, and all the fruit trees and everything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you got any tips or suggestions on how to care for citrus and see some of the mistakes that I talked about on how to fix them, please let me know down in the comments. You guys take care. Have a blessed day.